Alright, let me shed some light on this project. So my wife found this light fixture that she really liked on Pinterest, and I really lit up at the thought of building it for her. The light fixture that I started with to build this one was just an inexpensive one that I found on Amazon and then repainted. I'll link in the description below all the materials I used for this project. Now to start with the painting, I did have to disassemble everything, so all I'm showing you here is just how I did that. I needed to drill holes for the aircraft cable which would support the weight of the fixture. So I set my protractor at 120 degrees and then I just measured from those marks to figure out where the 3 holes needed to go. And then I set up a sacrificial board to use more or less as a painting mount, so I had a spot for all the pieces so they wouldn't blow all over the place when I was painting them. We quickly set it all metallic gold for a paint color, and I went about spray painting all of the pieces. While that was drying, I started into cutting the pieces I would need for the segmented ring, and this is just walnut that I ripped down into 2.5-inch strips in order to come up with the material I needed to make my segment pieces. I'll link the website below that I used to figure out the angle and as well the length required to come up with my pieces for my segmented ring. I haven't made a lot of segmented rings, and this turned out way better than I actually thought it would. I glued this up in 2 separate halves, but realized once I got the strap clamp tight that I could have done this in one solid glue up instead of the 2 halves. Now, there's lots of different ways to take a segmented octagon and turn it into a segmented ring. I opted for using a jig, which first I trimmed away all my excess material at my bandsaw. And then I followed it up by sanding as close to the line as I could with my sanding station. Removing the extra material in this way just makes it a lot cleaner and simpler process, and for sure puts a lot less pressure on the patterning bit. So because I haven't hit it big with that YouTube money yet, we decided to use a flat bar that was painted the color gold as opposed to solid gold as an accent piece around the outside of the wooden ring. So all you've seen me do here is do all the pre-drilling and countersinking so I could attach the first screw to hold the flat bar into the wooden ring. Now if this is your first time visiting my channel, I really want to say thanks for coming and checking out the work that I'm doing. If you like what you see, I'd really love to see you hit that subscribe button or that like button. YouTube really likes when you hit that notification bell, so if you want to become part of the notification squad, feel free to do that as well. Thanks guys. This material was really thin, so it was easy to bend it around the ring, but I just used a clamp along the way to hold it in place so I could drill my holes. Now when I got to the end, I used a felt just to mark the intersection of where the 2 pieces met. The metal material cut really simply with a hacksaw, and I just used a file to clean up the edge. So I had to make the same corresponding marks on the wooden ring that would attach to the aircraft cable coming off of the mount for the fixture. Same marks every 120 degrees, and then install these little tiny eye hooks in order to attach the aircraft cable. In retrospect, I probably should have painted the aircraft cable and the eye hooks the same color gold. However, you probably wouldn't have noticed that unless I pointed it out in this video. It makes sense that aircraft cable would be strong. I actually realized after the fact that it might have been overkill. The fixture itself was strong enough holding up the wooden ring. However, if a kid decides to hang from it one day, I'm covered. By this time I had done several coats of the spray paint and I was able to reassemble all of the pieces for the light fixture. So this video is not about how to wire a light fixture, so I am going to hide those parts of how I actually wire the fixture. There's lots of great resources on YouTube where you can learn how to wire a light fixture, wire a simple socket, all those kind of things. I'm not a trained professional when it comes to wiring, so I've purposely taken that out of this video. Fixture. With all that complete, the light fixture was installed. I really like how the materials blend together in this light fixture. It wasn't that complicated of a build. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. And until next time, thanks for watching.